I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait. I said 30 minutes, but I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait. What's up, China?
Hey, what's going on?
Woo, man, trying to get this thing together in this Wi-Fi. Man. Oh, man, I will never trust hotel Wi-Fi ever. Ever. Oh, boy. I'm using my hotspot, so I hope it don't cut us out tonight.
Oh, boy.
What's good, everybody? Everybody ready? How y'all feeling out there, family?
Hey, guys.
Was it a good week for everybody? Somebody, what's up, Daniel Vino? Merlin, what's up, Honey B. Lee? Andrea, Judy, Aquarian, what's up, Josie Furry? Sig, Keisha the Survivor, what's up, Holly? No Narc Net, Priscilla, what's up, Raylene? Connie Barnes in here. What's up, Arlene? William Washington, Queen Leandra. What's up, Lando? I like doing it. Country girl with grit. Christina Blackman. China in the comments. Everybody come on in and hit the like. Woo. I know this is the kind of love I got for this, right? I'm out of town on the beach, right? And I'm hanging out with the family, man.
You're kind of low.
I'm low? Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up. Because I ain't got my mics and all that stuff. Oh, let me see if I can turn myself up here. There we go. Is that a little better? Can you hear me a little better right now?
No. We're going to have to work with it.
We're going to work with it tonight. We're going to work with it. Listen, I ain't even got my speaker for my music tonight.
You're just winging it, huh?
Man, look here. We're going to make it work. It's going to work. It's going to happen. Because the message is going to get through.
Yes.
And as y'all can see, we got a heavyweight message tonight. This is the one, everybody. What's up with you, Olivia and Queen? What's up, Queen Andrew? Patty Bonner, Blivens, Barata, Sweet Maddie. What's up, Maddie? Alicia, Keisha Spady, ESF. What's up, Keisha? Jacqueline, Living Life, Peggy Sue, Rachel Wooten, Free to Be Me, Terry Key. Yeah, I can't even get into the party mode like I feel, but it's all good though. It's all good.
Yes.
Hold up, I'm at least getting my lighting together, right? Hold up, let me get my lighting.
Thanks, Jacqueline. And she says she love our energy.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's what we came to do. Okay, I got my lights together. It's going down. How you feeling today, China? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
We made it through another week.
Yeah.
Everything is everything. Got my water on deck. This thing lining up. You feeling good? I'm feeling good too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna be on the beach all day tomorrow.
Lucky you.
I'm feeling wonderful. That's how I'm feeling. Let me thank my sponsorship here, because without sponsorship, you know, it ain't no love. It ain't no love. But I'm a sponsor. I love them. Connie Barnes. Mwah. Thanks, Connie. Marilyn. Mwah. Holly. Mwah. Yes, indeed, man. These people are incredible. Malika. Mwah. Cash App family, I appreciate y'all for making this possible, bringing us all together tonight. What's up, Value Val? Man, we are tackling a real serious topic here tonight. It is serious. To me, it's serious. It is serious to me.
Yeah.
Because that's the one that everybody seems to, feel some type of way about, trying to figure that out. Yeah. Everybody. How to get over this narcissist. How do you do it? How do you do it? I'm putting it on you first, China.
I mean, I'm going to always go to believe what you saw. That's what helped me. When I saw him for what he was, it was like, yeah, I can't do this. I can't. I mean, and it's like the grand finale is far worse than all the stuff they've done over the years.
Question. Did you feel like everything was always leading up to a grand finale? Did you?
That's hard to say because, I kind of erased all of that from my memory. So I really don't have a memory of that.
Uh-huh.
And I think I did that simply because I know what it was. And so I'm not trying to hold on to the good nor the bad.
Right.
So I don't really have a memory to even go back to.
Ooh, man. That was deep.
Yeah.
That was deep. I'm going to tell you, for me, it was always like a feeling that it was leading up to this big, dramatic ending, at some point. Like, I mean, it never actually materialized and turned into that. But it was like somebody's leading you that something big is coming.
Yeah.
And it never really came. It was the standard, I'm cheating on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was something big, and they constantly telling you, no, it ain't that. It ain't that. It's never that, but somehow it's always that. Make it make sense, man. Make it make sense.
I can't.
I can't either, My thought was like, but I'm gonna tell you, the first thing you said, that's always been what I've said. I learned how to trust an artist. I learned how to believe everything I saw, everything I went through. Do you know that most of us have gone through stuff that's been so treacherous? It wasn't just bad, it was treacherous. It was so bad. It was so bad that you don't even believe it.
Yeah.
You don't even believe it. I must have been tripping out there. I'm gonna just forget about that. And those are the kind of things that we say. I'm gonna just forget about that because, good God, because there is no way, there's absolutely no way that I was with somebody that was doing all of that stuff. There's no way that I sat here with somebody and gave them chance after chance after chance after chance. There's no way that I went against everything that I said I would never deal with. There's no way I did that. But I'm gonna tell you, if that narc can get you pregnant, get pregnant by you, if that narc can get married to you, rent a place or buy a home with you, that narcissist can trick you into growing in love with them. They know
Yeah.
I'm going to be able to abuse you for a long time before you figure this out. For a long time. I was talking to a client of mine yesterday. Whoa, man, during the session, and we talked about that. I said, I kind of have the advantage over a lot of people because I was in it for so long. So when we're saying I believe the person, a lot of times we don't believe that the person could be that bad. We just don't believe what we see. It's like it's no way somebody could be that rotten. It's no way. And not only is it a way, not only is everything that you're going through the absolute truth, but it's worse. It's actually what you're dealing with. You're dealing with what they did. You ain't even dealing with what they tried to do to
Ooh,
you.
ooh.
All you know is what they did to you, guys. Whew, let me put that in my notes. Good God. All we remember is all we remember is what they did.
Yep.
You don't even know what they was trying to do to you.
Ooh.
Yeah, let that one sink in.
Or even some of the stuff that they may have gotten away with that we don't know.
Some of it they may have. Listen, I'm willing to say that 70 to 80% of the stuff a narc is doing behind your back, you don't even know.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. 70 to 80% of the stuff that they do behind your back, you honestly just it goes right over your head because when you're dealing with them, you're in such a state. You're always in a state of shock. You're in a state of rebound. You're in a state of I just want to live. I just want to be happy. Guys, when you sit around these people too much for too long, you get into a mental space where you're like, man, look, you know what? Listen, I can't do this. I just want to be happy. I have to be happy for a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. And then you start blocking it out. They're doing stuff to you. And even when you see it, oh my God, even when you see it sometimes, you'll block it out because you just like, man, I just don't need it. Not today. Man, not today. And some of it is so bad. Sometimes they doing stuff that's so trifling. They doing stuff that's so trifling that you just say, man, I'm gonna just ignore it. I'm just gonna ignore that. I didn't see it. I'm gonna just ignore it. No, I'm gonna just try through the rest of this day, and I'm gonna just, that's it. I see Maddie said I've disappeared. That's how it make you feel too. That's how it makes you feel like you just want to go somewhere and just disappear. But we talking about the camel that broke, the hair that broke the camel's back tonight.
Yeah. And you know what? It had gotten to a point for me. A lot of people say they try to get back to that love bombing stage. And I disagree because, once you've been in it for so long that you're really just fighting for the bare minimum. And I found that I had got to a point where I was just fighting to be treated like a coworker. That's the respect I wanted. If you couldn't treat me like a wife or treat me like somebody you love, I used to say, treat me like your coworkers.
And I'm gonna tell you that was a trigger right there. That was a trigger because I felt the same way. I'd be like, man, no, don't treat me like you treat a husband. Because boy, good God Almighty, treat me like you treat your boss at work. You know, treat me like him. Because this job, whew, I had that one. Treat me like that guy at work, man. Because that guy get a lot of respect, admiration. He ain't getting no arguments. He ain't getting no pettiness. He ain't getting none of that. Treat me like him. You know, that's where I'll be. Aquarian, thanks for the chat. Aquarian said, "Hey, the narc has been hovering like crazy, asking me to stop ignoring him and to put my ego aside. Put my ego aside. He said he loves me and misses me. I'm no contact for life. I love you and I miss you. Stop being like that. Come on back home. I know I don't went out. And had a baby on. I know I don't went out. I don't went out more trifling than ever. But can you put your ego to a side? You see the words that they use? Your ego, like that's ego. Is that ego? Come on, talk to it, John.
Well, my thing is, I don't know if she's having communications with him or not, but obviously she is. And I think at this point that she's saying no contact, but these messages and stuff is still getting to her, and that shouldn't be, because this is to break you down. It may not be breaking you down now, but the more you have contact with him, it's going to get you, because you knew you a baby in this. And he gonna keep chipping and chipping and chipping and chipping, and you gonna give in. And next time you gonna be on here talking about I broke no contact, and he dogged me out worse. This has to stop. You still in the cycle.
You know what? And I'm glad you said that, because that is something we have not talked about, and we're gonna talk about it tonight. When the narc is reaching out, when they're hovering, when they're trying to go through different people and different channels, and they're trying to get to you, and they're still reaching out. See, what we don't see at the beginning of that is we looking at them like, yeah, they going through it. Yeah, you going through it. Yeah, you trying to get me. You doing everything you can. You reaching out to people. You doing everything. But what you're not looking at is when they stop, because it's going to stop. It's going to stop. It's going to stop like cold. It's going to be cold turkey one day. And then you're going to be looking for it. You're like, whoa, where you at? And then, because all he trying to do to you right now, Corian, is he's trying to hit you with the double reverse. He keep reaching out. He keeps saying these things. And he miss you, he wants you, he this, he that. But eventually he gonna stop. And then you're gonna be looking for him like, where did he go? What does this mean? And now you're feeling all alone, like, whoa. And a narcissist does this for that exact reason. See, when Aquarian went no contact, Mark wasn't expecting that. He got to get the upper hand again. He gets you, as long as he's staying in your head daily, all day. And I'm not talking about just here and there. I'm talking about all day, because that's what he's doing when he's reaching out. And he's sending messages. He's sending emails. He's going to take accounts. He's using phone numbers. When they're doing stuff like that, you got to get a little more disrespectful with them to make them stop.
Yeah.
To say, look, man, I know you think this is cute or whatever. I do not want nothing from you. You know, so you got to deal with the narc like, man, you dead to me. You are dead to me. I don't know you anymore. And that's that. That is that, because you can never. Gosh, y'all hear me brag about, yeah. I told my ex or me and my ex, blah, blah, blah. You never hear me talk like that. Because I realized you got to respect no contact. I got an event with my son coming up that his mother's going to be at. And I'm telling you, I feel like, man, it's just I don't see how or why I got to be at something where she's going to be at. I just don't see it happening for me. You know, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll go in, greet everybody, give the gifts, and then leave. Because I'm not going to interact with them people. I'm just not. I respect the power of that devil, the craftiness of this shyster. I respect it. I understand, and I realize it's all about leaving some residue on you.
Yeah.
In their minds, that's all they want to do. Just they can get you thinking again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, you know what? Maybe I can just send gifts and send money or something on this one, because I don't want to be around that person. I'm just not going to do it. I even thought up to a place where, okay, what if he gets married and, I can't just miss his wedding, right? I don't know. I'll face it when I get to that, though. But right now, when you are still open, when you start thinking that you're strong enough to deal with it, you don't understand how wickedly wise that devil is. That devil has studied us. And they know. That devil knows. If you will listen to me, if you listen, I'm gonna get you. If you listen, I'm glad you went to it just like that. That's right. Patrice Bean. Thanks for that super chat. Patrice Bean said no contact, period. Pray. And she's right. She's right. It's no doing that. Crane said, please don't say I'm communicating with him, because I haven't spoken. There you go. There you go. Since September, and no, I will not talk to him. I'm strong. He's downloading. There you go. She said every time I block him, he gets a new number. Woo. There you go. There you go. There you go. Hey, China. She said, no, sir. No, it's not. It's not going down. Her block game is strong. She is not having it. Look here. Look at it. She said 8 months. 8 months in there. Nothing. There you go. But that's still a good conversation, because I know several people that excuse me, that have dealt with that. Several people. Whoo. You know that video you sent me the other day?
Oh yeah.
The girl.
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh man, that was somebody. That was one of my admins, his ex-fiance.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here like he sent me a message today, and I'm like, bro. But you know what? I get it. I get it, because they had kids together, and I get it. When you have kids with somebody, it's just like the bottom line is, that's who we are. We have, just like we have to respect who we are as people. Guys, y'all got to stop looking at relationships as I can just be in one with anybody. You really got to stop seeing it that way, because we are not built like that. We are the type of people that will do anything for the people we care about.
Yeah.
And I know that that sounds like a stroke of your ego, but when you deal with a demon, they're going to weaponize that good heart against you.
Yeah.
They're going to weaponize love against you. They are going to weaponize it, and they're going to put you in a situation where, okay, now we married, and I know you ain't the type of woman that's going to end your marriage. You don't even know how to end a marriage. Most of y'all don't even know how to end a relationship. And I'm the same way. You ain't never been taught how to end a relationship. And that's what I'm saying. If you don't know how to end a relationship, that means that no matter how bad it gets, you still kind of waiting on that person to leave you. I
Yeah.
know, because I'm that person.
Yeah.
I'm that person. So that's what I'm saying. So you got to be careful who you love. You got to be careful with who you love, guys. You do.
Yeah.
You do, man. I mean, we like to say our cutoff game is nice, but after you start getting developing feelings for somebody, you really attracted to the person, if you ain't getting out of that, you ain't getting out of it.
I did. I can't afford to be abused no more. And Lord knows he was a fine young thing, but I said, oh no, honey.
Ooh, man. Well, my hat goes off to you, strong woman.
Yeah, I gotta be. I want to apologize to Aquarian. I was not trying to be a bully. I'm not a bully. It's just that I love you guys so much that I'm gonna give it to you no filter. And if you're not having contact with him, I applaud you for that. But my thing is allowing this to even get to you, loneliness is going to creep in one day. And all it takes is for him to send you a message and you're going to entertain it. And like Harry O said, that he's going to cut that cold turkey. And you know why? Because now he wants you to chase. He wants you to get that validation and
You
chase him. So when he ease his way back in, now you are about to apologize for the way he treated you because he has the power now. You want him. So now you have to do it his way.
Ooh, man. You just said that exactly the right way. You just said that exactly the right way, man. Because
Yeah.
that's what happens. We get to looking and we be thinking, oh, they still checking for me, and man, I'm gonna tell you, I don't want none of my exes checking for me. Because and I'm saying it because for real, it's like it ain't gonna be nothing but some trouble. It's a reason we didn't make it.
Yeah.
It's a reason we didn't make it. So what we getting back together for? Hmm. And it just ain't even logical at this point. You know, it's just going to be a mishap. Oh man, because the moment you get with that person, the first thing you're going to think is, "Damn, I remember why we wasn't together, why we ain't stay together." That's going to be the first thing that you think about as soon as y'all get together. That's why we. That's why we not even together no more. But
Yeah.
hey, tonight, y'all, we here to talk about how do you get over this? How do you totally get out, get over, get done? You're done with it. It's nothing to you. You know, is there such a place? What does that look like? I had one of my clients always ask me that, and that's what I'm gonna start saying to us. What does that look like? What does you being out of the relationship look like?
For me, you're asking me.
asking you. Yes.
For me, in the beginning, it was like trying to take it all in and trying to figure out what my next move was going to be, because they leave you in ruins. And then not only
Woo.
do you lose them, you lose your finances, you lose your support, you lose people in the process because they turn them against you. You take an entire loss when these people leave your life. It's a freaking disaster, and you're rebuilding. And you now don't even have the mental capacity to even try to rebuild anything because you're trying to grasp what you just saw. And
Mm-hmm.
then once you accept that for what it is, it's like, man, now how am I going to pay this bill? How am I going to do this? This person think I'm crazy. This person don't want to talk to me. This person's on his side, so I got to cut them off. And some people are working out of pure isolation.
Mm. Oh man, man, oh man, that's serious. Because that's one of the phases, that isolation. Because when you meet the narc, you got relationships with everybody. One thing about it, when you're single and you're by yourself, everybody around you, you have open communication. It doesn't get hindered. It ain't going too far, too many lapses. But when you get with them, they isolate you from all of that. Oh, I got all your attention. Let me pull you away from all these people, especially your closest friends, the ones who are going to notice who the narc is and what the narc is all about.
Yep.
They're gonna pull you away from that. My
Yep.
man Lando said my ex-wife hovered me yesterday with a Google number. She has smeared my name, caused my daughters to betray me. She undermined for 22 years. We are chosen people that has been saved by grace. Lando, man, oh man. When you see them big numbers like 22 years, man, it, people be looking at you like, you ain't over that yet? Man, that's one thing. I'm so sick of these trifling answers. People be looking at us like what's wrong with you? Why you letting that affect you? Because unlike yourself, I'm a loving, kind person
Yeah.
that has empathy for people. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna take me a little longer. My process is a little different. I know all you had to do was go over there and go to the bathroom real good, and you was over the person, right? Okay, okay. I'm not built that way. I wasn't. My parents didn't raise me on a rusty shovel with gunpowder. No, and I'm saying that's how these people sound. They want you to look. They want to look at you like, oh man, you. It's your fault. All of it. It's you. You tripping. That person wasn't no good, and you let them do whatever they did to you, and how do you do? How does that look? How do you let somebody do something like that to you? Like you had control over it. Like you could just snap your fingers. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. You stop cheating. You can't cheat. No, no, no. Stop that. No, let me snap my fingers again.
Right.
That's how these people talk, though. They really do. They talk like you can just snap your finger and and it's nothing.
Yeah.
You just snap your finger and it's nothing, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, out of the sky, you know, you just call the shots. You're over the person. You're off to something new. You get this big bag of money and go on a trip, and oh my goodness, man, the silliness is just on another level. What's up, Logic? Will prevail. Thanks to the super chat. Logic Will prevail said, "Should I block mutual friends too on social media?" Come on, Miss China, give it to him.
That's like a tough one, but I'm gonna give you. I don't know how strong you are at this point. and everybody's different, but this is what I would say. If it was me, I wouldn't, because you might be isolating yourself and there may not be a need to. But then again, some may be flying monkeys, but then that also allow them to expose themselves so you could cut them off one by one. So I wouldn't, so I could figure out who they are and then just cut them off one by one without completely isolating yourself.
Yeah, yeah. You know, the funny part, the thing that I noticed about it was that some people gonna cut you off.
Yeah.
So, you know, I wouldn't even worry about that. Now, if it's somebody that you know is really close to them, then yeah, I would cut that
Mhm.
person off. Because at the end, I say that because you don't want to see pictures of that person coming down your timeline. Because if they're friends and they get together still, then at some point you'll see, you know, they got together, they went out, did whatever, and ate some crabs, and they having a ball somewhere. You know, and at the end of the day, regardless of where you are in this,
Right.
that ain't something you want. That ain't the experience you want. You know, you want to have a safe life. That guys, that's what 99.9% of this is, creating safe practices because you've dealt with somebody that every time something comes up, it triggers you. And as it triggers you, it puts you back in that same mental space.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing we're trying to avoid,
Yeah.
being triggered and reliving all of that again.
Yeah.
Focus for Life. Thanks for that super chat. Focus for Life said restricted calls started showing up on my phone. Then numbers I don't recognize. Who else would call? Especially at nearly midnight, other than a narc. Shaking my head. You're absolutely right. Because even the telemarketers stop calling you around 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Them jokers worry me every day. I kind of know some of their numbers now. Hey, I'll be like, good gracious, man. But again, that's the importance of putting those blocks in place, because getting out of this, totally getting out, what does that look like? Because the way we see it is this is a lonely place. It's cold, it's rainy, it's wet, it's nothing that I want to deal with. And at the same time, it's everything that you want to deal with. It's everything you want back in your life.
Yeah.
Everything. So many of us don't even understand. Man, do you know that most of us have been in a dysfunctional relationship for so long that we don't even think that nothing's wrong with it no more?
Yeah.
We thinking like, okay, well, everybody going through some problems. That's what that means. Everybody has some problems.
Yeah.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Not in every relationship. You may have had problems in relationships, but as you go along in life and get it together, you start moving differently.
Yeah.
You start moving in a way you're like, whoa, look here, man. I ain't doing none of that abuse stuff. Ain't doing none of that.
Yeah.
No, no, it got to be right. It got to be what I needed to be, and I mean, and that's it. If this isn't going to be a mutual respect, another word, respect. I got to do a video on that. Good gracious, boy. Note night for notes. Guys, another thing we have in common. Yeah, you dealing with a narc, you ain't got no respect from that person
No.
until you cut them off.
Yeah.
Huh?
Definitely.
until you cut them off. I said it in one. I did do a video on that. I did it about 2 weeks ago. I said either you're going to be liked by the narc or you'll be respected, but you will never be both. Mm,
Yeah,
they'll
I
never.
think I think it's some fear in there too,
What
because
you mean?
if they respect you, they fear you
They
because
do.
they know you got the power.
Yes, that's true. That's true. They do because they know that you see through them and you
Yeah,
ain't having it
yeah,
and you laughing at them
yeah,
because for real, a narc knows for real that they're a clown. They not really respectable people. They know, but the whole time you're with them, we're so busy trying to save them, trying to help them. You're doing everything you can. You see that you get to see the background of what their life really is like. And you're like, hey, you can trust me. I got you. You can be vulnerable with me. But you notice when you need them to be vulnerable with you,
nada.
ooh, boy, oh boy, they are going to use anything, anything that they see as a weakness. You ever just confide in them. They're not listening to you to help you. They're listening to you to gather information to use against you at a later time.
Yeah,
That's it. Woo.
and you know,
My go ahead, go ahead.
I was thinking, I came up with this saying because
Okay.
I was like, I just wanted to tell them that, next time you consider trying to fix somebody's broken mirror, always remember broken glass cuts.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was thinking about that and I came up with that. I said, that's so deep.
Mm. And it's gonna cut worse too, because it's a
Yeah,
bunch of little pieces.
yeah,
Oh my goodness. Yeah, yeah, that broken glass is man, oh man. It's
yeah.
bad luck to break mirrors too.
Because I was thinking, like, because I had cut my foot, I had broke some glass on my foot, and I was thinking about how the little fragments were in my foot and how it cut. And I said, that's like, us always trying to fix them, their broken mirror, and we forget that broken glass cut. I'm like, yeah,
Whew. Uh-oh. Logic will prevail. Got a heavy one. For the future, what's the best way to respond when you find out your partner is cheating? Woo! Come on.
right.
Come on.
Yeah, nope, I'm giving you this one this time.
Uh-uh. Ladies first.
um,
Go
just
ahead.
don't go to jail. Don't commit murder.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, that's all I could say
Woo.
because I mean, I couldn't respond. I was in shock.
You know what though? Let me say this. I'm gonna give y'all an answer. I don't know if y'all ready for it yet. I'm gonna tell you. When I look back, this is something I thought about when I was just getting out of my that I can't call it a marriage, legal obligation. I'll call it. But I realized if it was just cheating, I think I might still be in it.
What?
I know that was out there. I know that was out. Oh, whew, I don't believe I said that. If you, well, let me say it a different way. Maybe I wouldn't have still been there. I don't know. Let me take that back. I got to be real. I got to keep it 100 with y'all. I don't think that the cheating wasn't the worst issue. Being cheated on is painful. Being cheated on by a narcissist means you being cheated on But then you being accused and you're being manipulated. You being dragged while you being cheated on. It ain't just being cheated on. It's, like it's a quarter pounder with everything on it. You getting cheated on, you getting manipulated, you getting cheated on by somebody. Imagine your spouse been out cheating all night and then come home and start an argument with you because they want to know if you know.
Yeah.
So now they playing a mind game with you. You mad because you like, where you been? And your clothes all funny. What you been doing? And they start an argument with you. Come in the house pretending they drunk and what was that you said? Blah 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 blah. And who was that at the job the other day? And what were they coming in woofing at you? And you like, oh my goodness, man! Like it's cheating is bad. Cheating is bad. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing to just say I'm gonna just get over it. But it surely wasn't the worst thing that I've ever dealt with. I'm gonna say that cheating was nowhere near the worst. No.
I mean, the way that they abuse you and treat you like you ain't ish and tell you you're not, and then to just do that nothing says you're not ish more than them just doing that. That's the icing on the cake. That's the final stab in the back right there.
But then let me add this too. Let me add this to it. So don't nobody take this to heart. The cheating is all right. I think I got to a place where I was like, look, if that's gonna keep you happy, go ahead. Because I can't keep that. I ain't happy with you. Because maybe I think I got to a place where I started thinking, well, maybe if you cheat with somebody and you like it, you will stay with that person. How about that? Yeah, like when you checking out the building, you just like, man, look, just go ahead and do you. And if it work out, go ahead and roll with that. Because it's like, the narc that I was dealing with, it was impossible to get rid of her. She would be like that, but then she come right back crying, acting like I would never do something like that. I would never do that. You just don't have no faith in me. You just look at me like I'm this, and you just. And then at the end of it, they'll tell you everything they ever did to you, and then show you proof that they did what they did. Like I said, that's a hard one, logic.
Yeah, it is. That's why I didn't even try. I'm like, just don't kill nobody.
Too bad. I hope I ain't scramble that up too bad. But yeah, man. It depends on where you at with it. Real talk. I'm gonna give you a different answer tonight. It depends on where you at. If you was like I was like, man, I'm just over this. I'm over this. How do you get out? Where is the door that leads out? I be opening doors to lead in. I'm running out the door and I'm like, okay, on the other side of the door, I'm back in. Like, whoa. I'm still traumatized, y'all. Y'all gotta forgive me. Oh, Kaylin. Kaylin. I know Kaylin got a good one. Mwah. Thanks for the super chat, Kaylin. Kaylin said, you get over them by realizing the depth and meaning behind who you are and cherishing your individuality. This is something you lacked. Excuse me. This is something you lacked or lost while dealing with the narcissist. Go and win. It ain't too hard. That ain't too complicated right there, is it?
No, I've always had my individuality. That was never lost with me. That it's just certain things that he just, like I said, we've been together for so long. It's like you mentally check out at some point. So, and that's when you really start finding yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you realize I'm not me, and you start finding yourself.
That's right. And I'm gonna tell y'all, man, You know what, China? That really is the cure right there.
Yeah.
When you find yourself, when you do anything that you are into, that you like, when you get back to that place, you're about to change. You are about to change your life. Everything is getting ready to change for you because now you're back. Now you're back on point. You're back in a place where you're like, hey man, you know what? I'm good. I can make I made it through this. I took
Mm-hmm.
the worst blow. I've taken the worst thing you could possibly do to me.
Yeah.
Right? Which what's that usually? Somebody beat we say it. I mean you might think it's cheating, but somebody beat your self-esteem down, when they beat you down mentally to think that you need them, man, please. When they beat you down in everything that you do, no matter you come home, the house clean, you come home, the dinner's cooked, everything is in order, everything is in place, and he can find some fault in that every day. And all you trying to do is, man, I'm trying to sweep you off your feet with you're coming home and your house is filled with love. It's filled with somebody that's excited to see you when you get home. And it's all of these things that the world is not giving you. And you
Mm-hmm.
find fault in it. You have found fault in my effort to please you. And a narcissist knows that that's what means the most to you. They know that it means the world to you for you to be able to please them. They know how that cuts you when, oh no, you can't please me. No matter what you do, because it keeps you in the hamster wheel where you just keep on trying and I'm gonna keep trying to please you. I'm gonna keep trying to do,
Mm-hmm.
and you're never going to please that person. And like I said, we think we think that nah man, that cheating that was the worst thing. Nah, that ain't the worst thing. Ask well, somebody beating you up. I would have, some you got some narcs out here that rape their woman, and it's like after that, after somebody's done so much stuff to you,
Yeah.
you just lose it. You're like, I, man, just go, just just do what you got to do, but please just don't do it around me. You know, whew. How we getting deeper here tonight? Blivens, how you doing there, Blivens? Veretta, thanks for the super chat. She said, I've been no contact for 4 months. He left after giving me a, you know what, block me. Oh my goodness. After giving me a, you know what,
Oh, wow.
block me, unblock me, and went public with another person. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Come on, talk to her. Talk.
That's tough because I've been in that situation where I was pregnant with my son in my first marriage. And like I said, I went to, for my regular checkup, and the nurse put him out the room and she's like, well, you have chlamydia. And I didn't even know what that was. And she broke it down to me and she explained what it was and that my son could come out blind from it. I broke down crying. I didn't know what it was.
I know somebody that happened to. Yeah, yeah, child came off blind.
Yeah.
And I know I could just imagine what what your stomach was doing, the churning when that nurse take you and put him out the room and then pull you to the side like, hey, you got something, and you like, well, what's that? Does it grow on the baby? Or does it like what is it? Where's it come from? How did I get it? And then when she tell you how it happened, you're like, whoa. So this fool out here in the hallway,
Yeah.
and then you got to go back home with him.
Yeah.
talking about an incredible conversation. Whoo, boy, oh boy. Oh my goodness. You know, I tell you, man. Yeah, yeah. Unblock me, block me, went public with somebody else, gonna give me something, then bounce. Okay, guys, a narcissist, that's a spirit, man. It ain't a person. And it's like stuff like this right here. You can't even explain it. You can't make no logical explanation of that. But and then the crazy part is that fool gonna be chasing you. That fool gonna be trying to get you back. He gonna be back trying to get you back. Oh my goodness, man. They still come back at a later time when after you done cooled off, or they happen to see you somewhere and you know, act like y'all could have made it if you wasn't tripping. Whoo, my goodness, man.
If you hadn't caught that, you know what, from sitting on the toilet, because that's how they say you got it. They never take accountability for it.
That could have been
Somebody came. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
that could have been a dirty toilet. When you went to the bathroom, you was going into the club. That's one of them dirty girls in the club. You went and sat down on the toilet after her.
Yep.
And
That
said,
girl he with ain't special because she got it too. He probably got it from her.
"Hey, got it from her."
And y'all be thinking these women be and these men be so special that they run off too. Just think about it. How he done ran over there and had sex with her and brought a disease to you. And he done effed you and went back and effed her and probably ate you out and went and kissed her. I mean, they just nasty like that. Ain't nobody special.
Yeah, yeah. And then sometimes they give them everlasting, them long lasting joints, that you can't get rid of. Like, hey,
Yeah.
like, man, Joe. Then you got to walk around. You got a warning label. Like, I got to hold before we do this. I mean, real talk. That's a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
When you dealing with somebody and they just out there and they bring something back to you that you can't get rid of, now you got to try to go out here and match. But and the crazy, good grace, the crazy part about that is it's so many people that's dealing with the same stuff. You be over on that side and be like, well, this ain't so bad. It's just as many over this side as it over this side.
Yeah.
Man, people. Wow, man. Never did anybody know that you would deal with a devil like this in your life. Ever. Never did you ever think that I wouldn't be able to have a normal relationship. That's all I wanted. That's all. You ain't got to give me no extras. I don't got to be rich. I don't got to be famous. And I just get something regular. And I just get the house on the hill with the little puppy and the picket fence. Can I just have that? Station wagon. Oh my goodness.
And they'll give you all that and then take it away.
Good God. Their attitude is, if I give you that, what do I get?
Right.
I want your soul. I want to be able to torture you for the rest of your life. Yeah. Yeah, not for a little while, for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Woo, Focus for Life said, you know they are a narc when they stop contacting you, even years after you go no contact. What are they still holding on to? Because they never got over you. When you get out of a relationship, even the narcissists, we believe like they don't. We've been taught they don't love you. They don't. They never. Yes, they do.
They do.
They do. Yes, they do. They not exempt from feelings.
Right.
No, hell no. Man, they've been lying to us, telling us these lies. No, narcs are empty vessels. They don't have. No, they not. No, they not. That's why they always got somebody, because they know what they go. They know the relationship with you is going to end. They know it. Eventually, they will do something that will require you to leave them alone, or they will run to the other person first. So they're running to that person because you have started holding them responsible. You don't start asking questions. Hey, babe, I ain't trying to start nothing, but you went to work yesterday and you ain't make it home till 6 in the morning. What happened? Is everything okay? You start asking little questions like that. They got, oh man, what I do? What's wrong? I'm grown.
Right.
And they will tell you stuff like that. They will tell you stuff like that. They will tell you things like, so what? We eat after each other. We use each other toothbrush. We'll take baths together. We have unprotected sex. We tongue kiss. I eat off your fork. You eat off mine. But we ain't in no relationship.
Right.
Whoo, boy, oh boy. That's how they roll with it out here, man. That's how they rolling with it out here, y'all. We are faithful to the fault. Woo! Yolanda Henderson said, we are faithful to a fault to these narcs. God knows that's that's why he allows the narc to do the ultimate, whatever that looks like, so that we will be done for good and walk away. And you know what? Most of us, we go through this because you got to go through a lot at the end, because if you don't go through a lot, you'll take that person back. You'll feel sorry for that person again. you know and when you see them going through what they got to go through, you're going to try to help them out. You know what they did to you, but then you still want to save the day.
Yeah.
You still want to come back and save the day somehow.
Yeah.
Look. All right, man, now you see how I feel. Yeah, yeah. And a lot of times we'll think, when you take them back, you're thinking they learned their lesson. They telling you all this stuff. I miss you so much. I know that I messed up. I know that blah blah blah. If we just had one more chance, everything will be right this time. And it's not gonna be right. It's not gonna be right. It's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
It's gonna be worse every time. Every time. Whoo, man, they getting it in the chat tonight. Keisha the Survivor said, it's not just cheating, the disrespect, the way they made you feel empty. The way they like, man, I'm doing this to you, and whew, and you deserve what I'm doing to you.
Yeah.
Boy, y'all talking about a trigger night tonight. Imagine somebody telling you that. You deserve what I did to you.
Some bold enough to say it.
I'm telling you what was told to me.
Whoa. I didn't hear that.
Man, listen, I told y'all, man, I've seen every room in hell 10 times over.
Wow.
I can tell you what's in the bathroom in hell, okay? I can tell you what's in the bathroom. Yeah.
I want to answer that part when she say, what are they still holding on to? I'm going to tell
Mm-hmm.
you what I saw in my ex eyes. He spent so much time blaming me. He's so perfect. And I'm this, everything's my fault. And when you finally catch them in the act, that perfection disappear. So what they do is that's how they could just up and leave a whole family, because that's to erase you, because you're a reminder of their failure. And that's why they keep coming back. They want you to commit suicide. And when you don't, that's when they keep coming back because they want to finish the job because you're a constant reminder of their failure or their imperfection.
Wow.
That's why it's worse every time. And that's what I saw in his eyes. That image of perfection was shattered. Everything he accused me of, I caught him doing, and he couldn't take it.
You like, you cheating? You mean what you was doing with so and so?
Yeah.
Whoo, man, oh man, y'all. Good gracious, man. Yeah, that's what they looking for. That's why they
Yeah.
coming back around. They coming back around hoping that your life ain't improved, hoping that your life has not changed. That's what they coming back around for. They hoping you just stagnant, that, you know, nothing is good happening for you.
As long as you're around, they can't erase their past. So in order to erase their past is to erase you.
Whoo. Say they gotta erase their past.
Yep.
Whoo, man. You can't do that though. You can't
They
erase your You can't erase your past. How does one do that? What does that look like?
let them
Erase.
tell it they come. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What does that look like? Like, I know I used to raise hell. I know I used to be some trash. I know I used to be crud ball. Used to be. Nah, ain't no used to be in stuff like that. Mm-mm. Blivens. Blivens said and lied and told me he had herpes out of spite.
They do that.
Again, they want to break you down as far as possible and fill your head up with all kind of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. And China, look at her picture. She is beautiful, beautiful young girl. Cut that fool off, man. Cut that fool off. We get the tripping off of what somebody look like, and I'm gonna tell you, that's gonna be the one. That's gonna be the one that gets you, the one that you're like, oh, we just look so good together, and we take our little pictures, and we was looking cute, and that's gonna be the one. That's what Dirk Jack's wife was thinking.
Yeah, for sure.
We look cute together, and is this, and man, oh man, and look at her now, man. Woo, man, and then good gracious, she's selling the course. I tell you, man, this internet got, well, everybody on the internet now. Everybody on the internet now, boy, and people are showing. They're showing where their mind is at. She got a course. I think she's selling one of her courses for like 7,000.
What?
Yeah, she got a couple of different ones. I was like, well, what are you going to? Are you over this? You was just crying on the interview. Are you over this, dude? Y'all just, all right, okay. It might work. Let me, maybe, I don't know what God gonna bless. God might bless that, and you
Yeah.
just never know. It happens. There it is. Vio Soul. Mwah. Thanks for the super chat, Vio Soul. Vio Soul said, just found out today the narc is engaged again. Again. To the new old supply. I said, good. No contact 10 months. In order to get over, you have to stay away. Guys, I don't know a better way to tell y'all than that right there, that part right there. You got to get away. You got to stay away. You got to make that life. You got to make that your life. Your purpose in life is getting back to you, getting away from this craziness, getting back to you. You got to make that your purpose in life. What's your thoughts, China?
I agree because The more you stay in contact, you watch their Facebook. I mean, you really abusing yourself. You keeping them in your mind. You're not even giving yourself time to heal, because 9 times out of 10, you don't want to let the relationship go. But that no contact, man, it's a beast, and it
This,
definitely worked.
yeah, yes, it do. Yes, it does.
It's the test of times. I mean, it's them withdrawals. It take you through it, and if you can get through that, you can get through anything.
Whoo, man. Hey, China, you got the chat lit up tonight. Everybody like, man, China is on it tonight. Yeah, man.
Oh, I
China.
got on my little nerd thing. I do some break it down on some words that I want to give them too. I get
Yes,
back to being a nerd.
there you go. There you, when it's nothing like being yourself,
Yeah.
being who you really want to be, man. I've been saying this from day one, guys. The first thing that I did, and let me say this: when I put this title up here tonight, what I was thinking about was, excuse me, I was thinking about how I felt at the end. I was thinking about what I was going through at the end, how long it took, and what that looks like, what it felt like. Because it wasn't, I don't want people to think it was 2 months later, I was partying and I was ready to conquer the world. Because it wasn't like that. When you going through a loss like that, even and let me clear this up for y'all. I was in absolute hell. You hear me? I was in a total hell state. Like, man, it ain't nothing worse than being in this. But guess what? As an empathic person, as somebody who is a fighter for family, which all of us are, even when you in a trifling relationship, you still want to figure out a way to make it work.
Yeah.
So, it still took me a long time. It took me a long time before I was able to smile because I was actually happy. So for y'all who think that was just like a one day, I just turned the channel like, shoot, she gone, she locked out, she live over there. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. It takes time. I remember the first thing that I wanted to do, I looked up the most beautiful beach in the world. And I said, when I got that divorce decree, I said, that's where I'm going. It was called Maya Bay Beach. Leonardo DiCaprio did a movie there. It's in Thailand. Most beautiful beach I've been seen in my life. I mean, oh my goodness, man. Incredible. And that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. After that, I was like, man, I like this. And then I started just traveling. I was at a beach every month somewhere because that was me reconnecting to me. When I go sit out in the water, I can go out, sit out in the water and just play in the water by myself because it takes me back to me. And that's why I tell everybody, man, if smelling flowers is your thing, if hiking, if, just walking to the park and just sitting back and just chilling, if that's whatever your thing is, I just want to sit by myself and listen to some music, whatever it is that takes you to where you need to be to find your happy place, that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Because when you was with them, you were not in your happy place.
No.
And when you were with them, oh my God. Oh my God, it's so tragic. So I love Frankie Beverly and Mays. At least the old Frankie Beverly and Mays. Now Frankie, man, he just lost it, man. I still love him. I still love him, but I ain't going to see him though. I ain't paying to go see him nowhere. he he done lost that with me. But knowing that I love Frankie Beverly and Maze, right? We're talking about somebody being married to somebody, and they go to the Frankie Beverly show with somebody else, so that memory. Now you don't feel the same way about, what you like. When a narcissist gets into your life, they find out the things that you like the most. When they can't find fault in it, man, sometimes they will create something in it that you will not be able, you ain't gonna be able to say it the same no more. Mary J. Blige, same thing. I love Mary J. Blige. Good gracious. I ain't even going down that road tonight. Yolanda, thanks for the super chat, Yolanda. Yolanda said, I needed this tonight. Was literally crying earlier, but this is part of the therapy. It is, man. Man, we listen. Everybody on the internet want to be a tough guy. all them tough guys and tough gals going to a therapist somewhere, if you can get it. That's why you can't even get a therapist nowadays. You got to wait in on a waiting list to get. Your therapists are advertised like that now. I remember I got robbed at work about 15 years ago. Back then, and I had, you got to go through therapy. And the therapist, then you look up a therapist, they'd be like, well, I'm not taking on new clients right now, or we got like a 6-month wait before you can see the actual doctor. You'd be like, whoa, I can't even imagine what it's like right now, because all the tough guys and the tough girls who've been holding that in with the craziness they've been going through, now it's like, okay, ain't nobody around now. Now I got to be tough. I done played the role. I done told the soft people, oh man, you crazy. I ain't crying over that. I ain't going through this over that. Everybody wants to be a tough guy, and I'm like, man, nah. Be who you are. Don't let this person change who you are, because that's what they set out to do. They set out to get over on you, to convince you something's wrong with you. That's why I'm cheating on you, because something wrong with you. It's you. That's how bold and brazen these people are. That's why I'm dogging you, because something wrong with you. Oh, what you think? What's your thoughts on this one with Yolanda talking about?
Well, first, I'm glad she's here, because she come to the right place. I mean, sometimes you can't get that support from your family because you have people going through their own issues, don't want to hear this all the time. And then you got people that don't understand it. So it's like you talking to a wall. And I was happy to have something like this to be able to turn to. I had went to a group on Facebook, and when I described what happened, this lady said, sounds like a narcissist. So I went, and researched narcissists. And so I went to YouTube, and I've been watching this channel for like a year. It's been a year and a half now. And this is what helped me with my no contact. I swear to God, it took me a month to go no contact and just be done with it.
Wow, you was able to do that in a month?
In a month.
Whew,
I tell you,
that was a long time.
I haven't shed a tear. I always told myself, and I told him, there's no way in hell I'm going to cry for 12 years in a marriage and then cry when it's done. I'm going to cry once. And I cried in that marriage, and I haven't shed a tear outside of that marriage.
Whew, man. That's powerful. That's powerful. Yeah. That's how we get, But I'm going to tell you, in the question of How do you get over the narcissist? Man, the one thing I learned that was more powerful than anything else to me was that, and this is something I've known and heard all my life, that there is nothing stronger than a made up mind.
Yeah.
Once you make up your mind what you gonna do, see, a lot of times, man, most of us done forgot who we are. You done started feeling sorry for yourself. You can't feel sorry for yourself and feel sorry for the narcissist. You
Yeah.
gotta pick something. You gotta pick somebody to feel sorry for. It just don't work like that. You do, but once I made up my mind, man, I'm telling y'all, I never looked back when I made up my mind. And you know what? I was watching these videos, but I wasn't watching videos talking about going no contact. They wasn't on that like that. They're talking about other um things. The coaches I watched, they was talking about certain things, but I realized I don't want to see what's going on in her life. I don't want to ever see her again. I don't want to see these people again
Yeah.
for nothing. I don't want the confrontation. I ain't got nothing to prove. I ain't got nothing to prove. Whatever you said I did, man, I don't, you know what? I'm to a place now where I'm like, man, I don't even care.
Yeah.
I don't even care. You say whatever you want to say. I'm not even defending that mess. You say whatever. I got the receipts. What am I proving? And that's the thing. That's the thing about one of them. Y'all both was in the room and y'all both know what really happened, and you still gotta prove it to them. And they still
Right.
not gonna admit it. They
Right.
still not gonna admit it.
Nope.
Whoo,
Nope.
whoo, Cecilia. Thanks for the super chat. Cecilia said, is that Sasha? I'm thinking that's Cecilia.
Yeah.
Cecilia. I'm gonna ride with Cecilia tonight. Man, my ex openly admitted to driving his ex crazy. He bragging about driving somebody crazy. Yeah, that was a ride right there. He asked me why I didn't love him the way she did. Triangulation. He said, I love me and Jesus loves me. Ooh, man. You know what? I'm gonna do a show and call it "What's the boldest thing a narc ever said to you?"
Oh Lord.
Bet you already know that's gonna be crazy. Be crazy. That's gonna be crazy right there, man. That's gonna be show enough crazy right there. What's the boldest? Because you know what? I thought of. I tell you one thing that a buddy of mine told me, and I ain't like, I still have not been able to get past this. This hurt me to my core when he told me this. He was telling me about him, and he was living with this young lady, and he was doing the laundry. So my point of view was, bro, why were you living with her? Please make that make sense to me. But we to each his own. But back to the issue. He doing the laundry, and he goes through the pockets of all the clothes, pull the pockets out, make sure ain't nothing in there. You ain't no pen in there to ink up all the clothes or whatever. Y'all live together. You see how you gotta walk and how you gotta act when you live with a narcissist. You can't go through the pockets because it seemed like you checking behind them. That's what you do to your own clothes. Make sure you ain't leave nothing in the pocket. Let me not get sidetracked. Anyway, she says he looks in the pocket and finds this guy's phone number. And you know what she said? She said, look, you live with me.
Whoa.
And if you see somebody's phone number in my pocket, you just gonna have to eat that.
What?
That still hurts me right now. It hurt me saying that just now.
Wow.
It hurt me to say that just now. I was like, dog, are you serious? Are y'all still together? Good. Where do you go after that? Where do you go after somebody say something to you like that?
Dang.
I'm telling you, I don't think that cheating is the worst thing, man. It is not the worst part of this. Dealing with the self-esteem. Now, don't get me wrong. It's unacceptable now. But when you're dealing with somebody that's toxic, they're able to twist other things that make you look at the cheating part like, well, it wasn't that bad compared to how you just totally tore all of my self-esteem completely down. You know, the little bit that I had, I'm rebuilding on.
I don't know what that's like. That's why I say he couldn't take my self-esteem or my individuality. And when he couldn't, he tried to scare me with the environment, like try to make me think people was dangerous and stuff like that. The half of the stuff people been through, I can't relate because my mom did it to me, and I started getting used to it, that it stopped affecting me. So getting into relationships, it couldn't tear nothing down because I started, when you build your own self-esteem, nobody can tear it down but you.
Yeah, that part right there. That part right there. And that's why when you're building yourself back up, when you get out of it, when you go into the next phase, when you're trying to go to another place with your life, that's the first thing that you're thinking like, hey, you know what? I got to build me up because if I build me up, then only I can tear me down.
Yeah.
We go out here and somebody start giving us all these compliments and telling us how cute we are.
Mm-hmm.
That person now built you up. And that person can snatch that rug from you anytime they want.
Yep.
Anytime they want. What you got for us tonight, China? I know you got something up your sleeve.
I do, I always. So I had to write it down because it's so much. But I've been watching a lot of channels and how these narcs try to say, oh, marriage didn't mean nothing to them. Just hear me out. I got my own logic on this now. So what I did was I took the word marriage and I took the license and I broke it apart. Now, this is why they take marriage serious, because marriage means the rights and duties and beliefs of their partner. So the narcs believe they have rights, they believe you have duties, and they believe that you should do certain things for them. So here it says, I said the wife is to serve them and the male narcs is to provide. But this is the whole thing. We go by the laws that govern marriage, they go by the meaning. And so the right is their entitlement. And it says the meaning of license mean a permit to own and to possess something. So that's the whole thing of marriage and license, is they have a right to you and they have a right to own you and to do as they please. And that's what I came up with as far as marriage and license. And as far as relationship, I broke that down into a compound word. Let me see if I can find it. Because I know a lot of people wasn't married and a lot of people were in a relationship. But as far as a relationship is an emotional connection. And the ship part, I mean, relation is an emotional connection, and the ship part is a vessel. So as far as the
Yeah,
relation
you
part,
been in here tonight. Go ahead.
and as far as the relation part is where that's the part where they use their emotional dumping, and the ship is the vessel. You're the vessel that they do this emotional dumping on. See, but we build emotional connection to their vessel. And that's the part of the relationship that we believe in. So they believe in this to an extent, but we go by the laws that govern the meaning of these things, but they go by the true meaning, meaning to possess and to own, and a right, and that's the entitlement to you with the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I told y'all I was a nerd. I had to break some stuff down.
You just took us in on that one. I like the logic in that, though,
Yeah,
because it does speak to how we go into it with this idea about marriage, and they go into it with this entitlement approach.
yeah,
It's like, no, 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 no. I married you. I own you. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, anybody that's been married, for you guys who haven't married the narc, I promise you, man, you winning. You winning because everybody who has ever married one of these people, you either win by getting the divorce, but you're gonna have that bad mark on your resume, on your marriage resume. But it's better to have gotten out. But most of us think that, well, if we just got married, you know, they'll act normal, or they'll do this or they'll do that. They won't act like they acting right now. And even some narcs will lead you on and make you think that, I'm just doing me right now, but when I get married, I'm gonna do right. Everything that you see the narc doing before marriage, yeah, that's what marriage is gonna be like,
yeah,
and it's gonna get worse. And they just dangling that over your head,
yeah,
and then you watch, and then they'll run off and be with somebody else and get married. And you sitting there like, well, you told me we was getting married. They done ran over there. And then after they destroy that marriage, now they looking for their favorite pen. Hey, look, I ain't really, I didn't really want to call you, but did you see my favorite pen I had my left? I know I left it over your house. Have you seen it? Oh, you ain't seen it? Well, how you doing? Everything all right? And that's what your life would have been like. You be the one fighting, trying to keep that tired, trifling, cruddy situation, not relationship, situation together. Whoo, man.
it's
Oh,
hell getting out, because they don't want to lose that power and that control, and they will drag it on and on. I'm not divorced yet, but I have my trial date in July, and I can't wait. It's been going on for almost 2 years, and we have absolutely nothing to split. He don't see his child. So
mm,
I mean, and he have an attorney. It's like, what are you holding on to? Why? And it's the power and it's the control.
that's what he still can control. He can still drag it out. That's it. And you're looking at it like, dude, I'm just done with this. It's over. He looking at it as, China, I know the kind of woman you are. You mad right now. Eventually, you ain't gonna be mad with me, and maybe we can work it out later. That's what he's looking at. That's what he think like one day. So he like, hey, I'm gonna hold it up. I'm gonna throw every monkey wrench I can. And shoot, You just getting to the first phase. You know, that's just the first part. You ain't never heard nobody divorce a narc and it was just over. You gonna be back to court again and again and again. Last time I had to go to court, I said, fortunately, my attorney said I didn't have to go. Because I was like, dude, I just, whatever it is, man, the answer is no. I don't want it. She can have it. Whatever we didn't get settled, I don't want to go to, I ain't going there no more. I don't want to go to court ever again. Ever. Not with her. No. I'm just not doing it. Focus for Life said, you get over a narcissist by realizing they don't have the capacity to be in a healthy relationship with any. Good God. Do you see what I'm saying? They don't have the capacity to be in a healthy relationship with anyone. They are damaged goods with zero capacity to change or be happy. Guys, this comment right here is going to take us home tonight. That's what's taking us home tonight, because the video I did yesterday, narcissism is a spirit. It's not a person. That's why that's why both of us are sitting here and we're able to describe what it's like and what you're going to go through with anybody that has that spirit. It's a spirit. Guys, when I'm telling you this person ain't living like you think, when I'm saying to you, the situation ain't what you think it is, I'm saying it because you have shown us this person has this spirit. You cannot be happy and love to see people in pain. You cannot. Somebody put in the comments if you know somebody that can be happy and also put people in pain. Tell me how that works. Show me what that looks like. Come on, China. Take us out of here.
Somebody, Sarah, she said that I might have some childhood trauma that needs to be resolved if you haven't cried. That I do, and I've always said that. And, I'm working on that, but that has nothing to do with me not crying. I was all cried out. Being abused as a child. And, you become numb to certain things. I mean, even just in a regular person, the same stuff is not going to keep hurting you over and over and over and over again. And
Right.
it's like I said, I've been abused as a child. So as I got older, I've learned not to take stuff personal. And that's why I haven't cried. I'm not going to cry over that marriage. I don't miss that marriage. But I am working on some childhood trauma, because that's closure that I can never get. And I've explained that before, because my mother died with my closure. And me being a female, I can't tell my doctor when my mom first came on her period to be able to know where my medical history is going to go from there. It's a lot of stuff messed up. I've been told so many lies that I'm still trying to find myself. And that's why I'm not dating, because I'm not taking this baggage into a relationship and hurt somebody.
Wow, that's responsible.
Yeah.
That's responsible. And you know what? Most people don't look at things like that in life. And we don't realize that we're not meeting the right person because we have not become the right person yet. I tell people all the time, man, I remember trying to date several people at the same time and all that stuff. It ain't gonna work. For anybody that's trying it, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work with nobody. And the reason that it's not gonna work is because you haven't become the person that you need to be.
Yeah.
If you're still trying to figure it out with 20, okay, I'm gonna date 20 people at one time. What does that even look like? It means that you live in a lie. You lying to everybody you dealing with. And man or woman, if you tell somebody you dating multiple people, they don't even take you seriously. So you gotta be lying. What I'm really trying to get at is that's really where you have to be sometimes.
Yeah.
You gotta be that type of person that can say, okay, I gotta give this thing a rest for a minute. Because I gotta get me right. Because I want to go to the next phase. I want to stay in something. I want to lock down. And that's that. And that's it. You see me with this person, that's who I'm gonna be with. That's what my life looks like. We out here nowadays, man. I tell you, I respect a lot of the people who had relationships that were strong enough to go through this pandemic that we made it through, because most didn't make it through that one. But at the same time, I can't even really say that completely, because the people that made it through, what does that look like? Look what you made it through. A bunch of lies, disrespect, a bunch of craziness. People, it's normal to have disagreements with your partner. Yeah, that's normal. But let me help you understand something. Okay? The moment that disagreement turns disrespectful should be the moment you get out of it.
Yeah.
And I don't care how long you've been with the person. When we cross those lines, that's it. That's it. You got to be more devoted to your boundary than anything. Because the one thing I can say for sure is the entire time that I've been single, it has never, good God, on my worst day, it wasn't as bad as a regular day of living with a narc. I ain't saying a bad day with the narc. I'm saying a regular. You know what a regular day looks like with a narc? It's memories. Every time you look at that person, every time you talk to that person, you're talking to multiple people, because they always got multiple people around.
Yeah.
They always got a whole bunch of stuff going on. So you're dealing with somebody that you don't know what you're dealing with day to day. But what you do know for sure is you ain't never comfortable. You ain't never feel safe. You ain't never feel good about being in that relationship with that person. Never. Never. So for all of you guys that they're scared, they feel like it's something out there that's worse. If you think being with an abuser is worse than being by yourself, I suggest going to a doctor about that, for real. Because it ain't nothing worse than if you, well, let me say this, rephrase it. If you think that laying in your bed by yourself is worse than laying in your bed with somebody that lay down with everybody, somebody that's for everybody, somebody that's lying, that's cheating, that's manipulating, that's gaslighting you daily. If you think that laying in your bed by yourself is worse than laying with that, seriously, you need to go to a doctor about that.
Yeah.
Real talk, you need to go see a doctor about that. Because, man, it ain't nothing worse than being with that type of triflingness. And it's a sickness inside of that, because when you with that person, they abusing you, and you still thinking, we still gonna get married though, right? I know you just left somebody else's house, but me and you getting married though, right? That's what it looks like. At least when you by yourself, you have the possibility of meeting someone normal. When you with a narc, It's not even a possibility. When you're with a narcissist, you will never meet the right person because that narcissist is blocking all of that. They're blocking all of that. Hey, man, this has been, good gracious. This has been one of them conversations tonight, China.
Yeah.
Gracious. I wasn't even think we was going deep like this tonight.
I was.
Finish it up tonight.
Before you wrap it up, I don't want to. Well, I do want to answer the question by not telling you how to get over it, but I want to give you two things that keep you from getting over it. And that's the fear of starting over. That plays big in us not getting over this and not being able to be alone with ourselves. If you can't be alone with yourself, then yes, you do need therapy because you have no self-love. You should be able to learn to be alone with yourself and love on yourself.
Come on. Come on.
That's
Talk
all
that. Talk that talk. Good gosh. Well, you done shut it down for this evening. Good gracious. Said go get some help if you ain't gonna be your best friend.
Yep.
Boy, you better start. You better learn how to get in that mirror and grow in love with the reflection in that mirror.
Yep.
Because without it, you're gonna stay lost. You're gonna stay lost. If everything is all about that other person, everything you think and every time you talk, it's them.
Yep.
Man. Yeah. Hey, well, China, as usual, it was incredible. It was incredible hanging out tonight, and I can see through the chat. you laid it down in here this evening. Good God. Friday night ain't gonna be the same, y'all. Yeah.
Yeah, because this brain is always working. Oh, let me say, I'm sorry. I know you got to go, but I want to say this. When I had spoke on the suicide aspect for the narcissist, I wanted you guys to know that that was opinion, but Sam Vakman or whatever, how you say his name, put out a video confirming what I said. So, like I said, I'm just a nerd. I just do some research and I look around, but I advise y'all to look at that video.
Because he's a narc, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's one of those admitted narcs, just telling you, yeah.
Did you get a chance to look at the video?
I did. I did. Yeah, and he basically backed up what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. And that shows you the level that they need you.
Yeah.
Why is they not dealing with us for nothing? No. Yeah. No. We gotta go deep dive into that one though, China. We gotta dive into that one. For real. Yeah, let's dig it back up.
All right.
Well, as usual, it was an absolute pleasure hanging out with all of you guys. Me and my lovely co-host here. We just have a ball every time we in here with y'all. Hey, China, don't it feel good to be in here hanging out with the crew?
It does.
Don't it?
It does, because we all need therapy.
Come on. From a third, and you need therapy from somewhere where they know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. This can be therapeutic sometimes because
come on.
I go through things. I got a sister right now that don't care if she don't wake up tomorrow. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. So
y'all see? See? There you go, Lady Virgo. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 o'clock, same time. That's how we do it. All right, y'all. I'm getting on the beach. I'm gonna do a video on the beach for y'all tomorrow. I don't know. We might go live again this weekend. We might see how we feel. I got my Wi-Fi back, and it ain't going out or nothing. We might do something extra on the beach. Why not?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I'll catch y'all. Y'all have a great weekend, and we're going to do what we do. Man, thank y'all so much for coming through and hanging out, man, and just being good people. More than anything, I just appreciate good people, good energy, man.
Yes.
Good God. Do y'all know how much that means to be somewhere without the friction? Somewhere where you can talk like this. I couldn't talk like this on some of these panels I see on YouTube.
Man.
Oh my goodness, man. You gotta go in there and now I gotta be, man. Look, man, I'm 6'3", 200. I can slap your whole face off. That's a bunch of madness, man. I love hanging with y'all, man. This is family.
Yeah.
This is family. All right, y'all. Peace and soul train. I'll see y'all later. Have a good one.
You